Our second keynote address, the second speaker we would like to welcome is Ms. Shri Jitesh V. Patil, IAS Managing Director, TGSPDCL. Shri Jitesh V. Patil Garu, can we please have you on the stage?
Shri Jitesh V. Patil, IAS, Chairman and Managing Director of the Southern Power Distribution Company of Telangana Limited. With a distinguished career in public service, he has consistently driven innovation, operational excellence, and people-centric governance. Passionate about building future-ready talent, Shri Jitesh V. Patil believes that skill development is the foundation of inclusive growth and a stronger nation. His leadership reflects a commitment to empowering communities, strengthening institutions, and creating opportunities that transform lives. Today at the CSR Summit, he shares his insights on CSR-driven skill development, building human capital for the future of infrastructure. His vision highlights how strategic CSR initiatives can bridge the skill gap, foster employability, and prepare the workforce for tomorrow's infrastructure ecosystem.
It's an honor to be here among such enlightened people, and it's always inspiring to be at CSR Summit. So what I'll do is, the video might have shown you that mostly I'm working with soil and with people on the ground, and that's what I've loved always. And I think that that's where the change is. So I'll just, right. Okay, so among the crowd, there are many corporate leaders and spiritual leaders, change makers from society of various sections. So I'm not here in the capacity of a government officer. I'm here as a former district collector. So I would like to share with you what happens in a district and where the CSR comes into picture. So generally what happens is everyone is trying to figure out what is the best possible use for certain investment. So I am here to share with you a district perspective. So why do we need CSR? So Telangana state has set a target for itself to become a $1 trillion economy by 2034 and 3 trillion by 2047. So the growth rates, as you can see, we have to grow in agri sector at 3x. So within next 8 years, we have to grow at and reach 3 times the size. Similarly, by 2047, we have to become 7.5 times the size that we are at right now. And that won't happen unless we invest in knowledge. So knowledge has to become the key to growth, right? So industries, we are even more ambitious. We want to grow at 6.6 growth rate, right? So, and by 2047, we have to become the size of 22 times what we are right now. So that will only come when industries and communities come together and work on the change. So how do we do this? So often I see that many corporate entities or well-meaning organizations go to districts and they say, we want to put an RO plant. Believe me, nobody wants your RO plant. Stop putting these RO plants because there is piped water supply, there is treated water supply. So only for certain benefit of certain people, these RO plants are being put. So what is happening is the money, collective money is being squandered. It is being wasted. And it is very painful to see that so much of wealth is being thrown into useless activities. I know it might sound very harsh, but this is what is happening. So I urge all of you to invest in community assets. When you invest in community assets, there is no fighting over ownership, no individual, rights or those things come into picture. So always avoid individual units trying to give something to one person so that people start fighting. That point doesn't arise. You invest in community assets. Secondly, please make something which is replicable and scalable. You do something for a village. Everybody wants to make a model village. One model village doesn't solve anything. Work on ideas. Take one idea, do something which is scalable, which is replicable. You do something in one village, it should be replicable in another village. Also go for something which is low maintenance, low operation. You set up an RO plant, the water cartridge gets damaged in 6 months, it's useless. Literally, it will be lying there. So, always give something which can be maintained and operated by those communities, and they should not call you again ever. Give, it's like fire and forget. Those kind of model we should work on. And that is where this concept I would like to share with all of you, something called mother unit. Always give something that creates life. Set up a nursery, set up a hatchery, which creates the seed inputs. So that helps in the growth. So once you give that to the community, you don't have to look back at them ever again. They will keep running it. Similarly, try to set up sister units, something that gives input to these units. And then the daughter units will automatically come. Once mother and sister are there, everything falls in place. So, I mean, Dr. Somini Garu also spoke. She is from ICRISAT, former ICRISAT, and I think she would agree with this approach. So what happens is everybody wants to give some unit to some people so that they will do Palabhishekam for them. It doesn't work, right? The idea will crumble, they will come back to you. Idi fail aindi, malli naku ivvandi. So how many people will you help again and again? Set up a mother unit, sister unit, and the daughters will be taken care of. So avoid consumables. Don't give palli patti and this millet packets and some pappu, nune, nothing. It doesn't work. It doesn't help anyone. Already they are getting ration from FP shops. They will survive. So please stop distributing consumables. It doesn't help anyone. Please stop doing recurring expenditure. Something that you keep paying again and again. It doesn't help anyone. Don't do any repairs. I would say, you might go to some place and you will say, we will do some repairs. Repairs, you invest, it is not visible at all. Where has the money gone? You won't be able to find. What should we do now? Okay, what should not be done, I have told. What should we do? In health department, you just have to ask the district health coordinator. There is someone called DCHS in every district. You go and ask him, do you need an X-ray machine? Do you need TIFA scan machine to look at the infant scan in the hospitals? That's it. You give that and the whole generation is sorted. You will do service to great many people. Similarly, you ask the district medical health officer, do you need a blood analyzer? Do you need blood storage? You give that and many mothers will find proper blood for their pregnancy, their delivery. Similarly, focus on menstrual hygiene. Nobody talks about menstrual hygiene, right? Everybody is like, it's a very taboo topic. Why not? The next generation is very much aware. We need to give them that support, right? So, I mean, I heard this somewhere, no rash, no cash, no trash. I'm not a woman, but I can understand the hesitation that a woman or a girl child feels when they have to go to a shop and then as if some secret is being packed, they will take those pads and go home, and then again disposal is a major issue. In many government schools or residential schools or any other places, the toilets, those kids like girl children, they don't know what to do with the used pad. So they will try to put it in the toilet, it gets clogged and all. So this menstrual cup is such a simple thing, right? And it is long-term usable. It doesn't create environmental problem of trash also. So these are ideas which are very simple. Just 20 odd cups given to women with awareness and their whole life problem is sorted out. So whom to meet? Correct person you need to meet. So there is something called Zilla Samakhya, SHG Women Federation. You go and meet those women and you tell, Amma niku idi nu vaadtava nee iste sare sir ivvandi chusta, right? 20 cups you give and you trial with it and 20 lives will be changed. Okay, so something, everybody wants to build something unique, right? Why not unique Anganwadis? Believe me, there are young architects who have great vision, great ideas. These designs don't cost more than 15 to 20 lakhs. But I find people will spend, a huge lot of money on some random structures. So these are real designs from real architects. I think these are achievable. You imagine trying to study in such an Anganwadi, right? All of such fancy buildings you will find in corporate offices. But when someone wants to go and fund an Anganwadi, they will build some concrete walls and slabs, and then again after 1 year they will say, "Ee varsham padte kurustundi." Right? So I think traditional places we can build these things. So in education also, I think this is a list of the interventions which I find that keep failing. So there is, people try to build structures. They want to build walls and rooms. It doesn't work. Try to give them earth block making machines. There are machines that make simple bricks which are long-term usable. Stop trying to fund big buildings. You will end up running out of cash. So such machines cost hardly 3 lakh rupees. You give that machine and they will build the whole world with it. They just churn out the bricks. They don't need to pollute any other place. Similarly for books. So the library challenge is always there. People try to build libraries. Stop trying to do that. You can always give a set of tables, chairs and books. Similarly, there is the digital device challenge. So again, well-meaning people try to give computers. Computers need furniture, they need spike guard, they need voltage stabilizers and power supply and repairs. The easiest thing that you can give us a tab. A tab and a charger is much better than a computer. Similarly, try to avoid giving STEM material, robotics kit, electronics kit. There is no one who will teach those children how to use it. It will end up in a storage room. And lastly, again, I keep saying don't give RO plants because why I keep saying that is, it is a failure idea. So I think this is the lowest hanging fruit. So when I was in Kottagudam, I was a sports secretary of my college when I was in IIT Delhi. So I'm not trying to flex here and all, but in 5 lakh rupees budget, I enjoyed so much of sports material in my college that, it created a huge change in my friends also. So when I was in district, I spent all the CSR funds on sports, and I am so proud of the students of Bhadradri Kottagudam. We gave 20 cycles to a remote tribal residential school, and from there 3 girls won medals in state level cycling in one season. We set up a rifle shooting center, government rifle shooting center. Only 2 are there in the state, one in Hyderabad, one in Bhadradri Kottagudam. After setting up that rifle shooting center, within 6 months, 2 girls won state medals. You imagine how much talent is there in our Telangana. All you need to do is just invest in sports. Sports is the easiest thing that you can do. It is the easiest. So how you do that is, football doesn't need much. Give a bunch of cones and football and air pump and let them play. Give them some jerseys and studs. That's it. All of this will cost you hardly 1 or 2 lakh rupees. Whom to find? Go and ask the district youth sports officer. Where is the most active youth? You can give it to them. A kabaddi mat cost hardly 3 to 4 lakh rupees. But you give kabaddi mat to one bunch of youth and they will be so fit, right? So all these are low hanging fruits. But what we do is we cut corners. Right? When we buy cycle for our own children, we buy from Decathlon Triban. But when we want to give in CSR, we will buy those gully cycles. That we should never do. Okay, so skilling, Hyderabad has so many centers for skilling. The list is endless. So please, whenever you try to spend something on skilling, don't try to reinvent the wheel. We spend too much money on honorariums and all these things. Skilling centers are right here. You don't need to spend on skilling. Just give them transportation. So that is what I did in Kottagudam. From the remotest village of Kottagudam, we spent buses of 20 youth to these existing skilling centers and everything was taken care of. Don't splurge your money on unnecessary things. Use it wisely to create lot of change. Similarly, so this is something I passionately believe in. We have to create resilient rural agriculture. If we don't do that, we will keep running into same problems. There are many good organizations like AgriGhar, Kheti, and many such firms are there which are doing small interventions. What we need to do is invest in the mother units. So create a hatchery for poultry, create a nursery for vegetables, for fruit trees, for fodder, for herbs, create mushroom spawn, and also brick making. Yeah, so now these are all images. The presentation is done. I'll just show you the pictures and I'll be off stage. So in Kottagudam, in 1 year, we achieved 800 acres of moringa. When we started off, people were like, "Meeru tappu chestunaru, idi fail aitadi, gongoli purgu vastadi, mekalu tinestai." Nothing happened. If you do it with proper intent and honest effort, everything will succeed. 800 acres in one district. If we do it across the state, we can easily compete with Tamil Nadu. Most of our mulakkaya comes from Tamil Nadu. So Telangana can become a hub. So next, quarter acre vegetable farm. We always try to convert farmers into vegetable farmers by converting acres and acres. That I feel that it won't work. We should always give them awareness on quarter acre. So this lady's name is Bhavani. I remember her name. In 2 to 3 months, they came back with these vegetables. It's such an easy model to replicate. All you need to do is give them a bunch of bamboo stakes, some GI wire, mulching sheet, seed kit, and that's it. They will achieve. So similarly, biochar is something that we need to work on in a big way, so to protect our soils, and these small kilns can help us handle our organic waste and also create a difference. Similarly, bamboo plantation is the best way to counter climate change. So it is a good source of income, we need to invest in it. Similarly, solar dryers. Telangana is a sunshine state. We have abundant sun. To preserve anything, the first option is not cold storage. We should go into solar drying. So similarly, aquaculture also, we all of us like to eat koramina. Koramin per kg is 450 rupees in the market. But if you see at a farm level, it will be hardly 250 to 300 rupees. And unfortunately, most of our fish comes from out of the state. This huge potential is there, sitting right here. We need to invest in it, and corporates can bring that change. Generally what happens is people think 1 acre, we have to excavate 1 acre. This wrong notion is there. Telangana has to come up with its own model. 1 gunta is enough to do fisheries. Only 1 gunta. So mushrooms also. I am so proud of this lady. In Mulkalpalli Mandal, in the middle of forest, there is a village Chauti Gudem, and a tribal woman created this change. She set up a unit of mushroom in the middle of forest. So all of us who feel that we are so daring and all these things, I think we are nothing in comparison to this lady. She shows the potential that Telangana farmers have. We need to encourage such people to set up more mushroom units. What is the raw material for that? It's paddy straw. We have so much of paddy. You need to just take the straw, put mushroom spawn, and we can produce mushrooms. So goat rearing is also something which has huge potential. Just a bunch of 10 goats can give you steady income year round. Quail farming, I keep talking about this because its turnaround time is hardly 45 days. All of us eat chicken, right? Most of it has antibiotic injections. We don't bother about it. Our kids struggle to eat that big egg. Quail is a bird which is forgotten. We used to eat it here in our state, but slowly it has gone into margins. 45 days, we get good meat, good eggs, small size eggs which kids love to eat. These are the ideas which are suitable for Telangana, and you can think about setting it up. Only 30,000 rupees will help you set up 1 quail unit. And don't believe me, go to Kottagudem and see. The women have done it there. And so in Cherla, which is the remotest mandal of Kottagudem, there women have made Ippa Laddu. I think a unit also is there here in the stalls. So huge potential is there. All of the health issues that we are having that can be countered using forest produce. And this is what I was talking about. Every soil, in Telangana, red soil has sand already. All you need to do is add lime, add some cement, compress it, and without burning any coal or any timber, you can create bricks. And with those bricks, you can build your walls, your schools, libraries, compound walls, everything that you need. So we have built roads here. This is an Anganwadi built by tribal communities on their own. All I did was I went on a Sunday, gave them this machine, did some work with them, and then they built their own Anganwadi. So now tell me, where is the logic in spending funds on, the whole building? All you need to do is give them this machine, give them training, and let them build their own Anganwadi. Tomorrow, if they have to build another structure, they will build on their own. So these are the youth from Kottagudem who had come to Hyderabad for training, and all of them are now in furniture industries. Some of them are in IKEA also. Yeah, so it all starts with one believer, one demo unit, one active staff, one officer, one motivated person, one progressive village. One success story is enough. Maybe a mistake, one lesson learned, and one focus. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Jitesh V. Patil, for sharing your valuable vision regarding governance, public infrastructure, and sustainable development.